The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Hurts throwing right away. This short throw caught by Goddard. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. Offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, the sneak gets hurt. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd down, Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
That's completed right side to Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Set. 380. Get up.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
There'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them give it an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Hey, Ram.
On fourth down, Herbert. Got him made. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Herbert back to the air. Setting up the screen. Here's Spiller. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Second and 5 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's a second and 5.
Go.
Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Allen, the man in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First and goal from just inside the 5. And now Herbert a little unsure of things, so he's going to go ahead and call a timeout.
As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Set. 5-9.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Into space at the 45. Down the sideline he goes. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now it's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They snap it to Herbert.
That's again complete to Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively,
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
On 1st down, Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard.
Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after?
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He gets this out to Spiller.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first and 10, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the LA Chargers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They go play action with Hurts.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Chris Watkins.
75 yards.
And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 5-9, 21, 12.
Herbert just beat the play clock.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Herbert now. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Herbert back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Herbert throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him, and his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought of...
And that's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 20, here's second down and 8. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run forward with Penny. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This from 32 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Crowd right. 5-9. Hold the troops right.
Here's Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Again, Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And this one too low.
tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Running on first down, Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's out wide for Palmer. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Crowd right. Set.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Able to get away. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
They've got his man complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll accept that penalty.
No touch that. No touch.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Herbert now.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Second and 15.
21. Hey, easy. Go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Set. 12. 5-9.
Williams being motion left.
Here's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, go Lion.
Third and long, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen.
Down the left sideline. How about this? And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 65 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown!
Austin Eckler.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers are back within a score.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Now he's free to midfield.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
So So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Down the right sideline, finding space at the 40.
And down right around the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's got room. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Staying on his feet. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game, a costly one as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
King, Phil King.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hurts.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ray. Let's go.
Herbert on first down now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
A little short pass. This is Everett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
59.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hey, ram.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ray. 21. Ready.
Now Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here now, third down.
Go. Progress. Go.
Herbert to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball.
There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
So it's the Eagles who get the win here. And the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he had a great night throwing the football. Wound up with 3 touchdown passes for the game. And his leadership, it really showed through in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.